What's up? Welcome back. Another episode of Turn Up the Mic. I'm Chris. To my right, I got Roy.
What's up?
We got a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
What's up, man? It's Stilo Jordan. Happy to be here.
Nice. And you do music as well, right?
Yes.
You got a what do you call it? Is it an EP album? What do you call your projects?
So I dropped my first studio album recently. As we didn't plan this, but every project that I've released before that has just been an EP.
Okay,
Yeah, it's just less. It's 5 songs or less, just some real
that
short.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So five songs or less.
We knew this.
Nah, I was counting them as like minutes.
EP,
I was going
LP, there's a difference.
I was going off of minutes though. If it was short, I was like, it's a sample it.
It's songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. So with the project you put out, what got you in that mindset? Was there anything that made you want to write to that, or is that just the type of music that you want to go for?
Well, so we didn't plan this. Actually, it started off. I started planning for that project about 2 years ago. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I had the topic that I was kind of on was just everything that was kind of happening in my life.
Yeah.
At that time it was random, between like relationships and then going out and then meeting like new people that I never thought that I'd meet, and then going out and starting to do shows. I never thought that I was gonna start performing, to be honest, and just kind of all this stuff just started just kind of happening. And it's like it happened so fast. So that's what pretty much what the album's about. Just
Okay.
yeah.
I like the vibe of it. It was pretty chill, right?
Mhm.
It was, I'm not gonna say Drake music, but it was like slow, and it was something you could vibe to, just chilling, just cruising music, you know?
Right.
So yeah, it was a really good album. Are you from San Antonio?
Yes, I'm from San Antonio.
Cool,
Yeah, born
cool.
and raised.
Okay. Well, yeah. So we're gonna get into some topics. We'll touch on your music, a little bit of about you throughout the show, and yeah. So we got, speaking of music, Debrat. She's out the closet after 25 years.
Who didn't know?
Debrat.
I thought this happened years ago. Like, did she have a girlfriend years ago or something?
Nah.
Like,
So she said it was 25 years in the making. I don't know. Like that's a long build up. How do you feel when you heard about that, Roy?
I wasn't surprised. I honestly thought it was just common knowledge.
Like public records?
Yeah, it was on public record,
I don't know.
especially after she was on that show with, I forgot, Jermaine Dupri, where
Yeah.
they would do the
The
young
music and
artists.
stuff.
No,
That's-
what they would find artists like under 16 or something.
Yeah.
Like when you saw her on there,
Maybe we thought she wasn't gay. She just like boy clothes. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, I wasn't surprised. I was like, okay, Debrat, I'm glad we know now, you know. But yeah, how'd you feel? Did you hear about that?
I'm gonna be completely real with you. I don't know who that is.
Debrat?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
that's how you know she waited too long.
yeah, she hasn't put out music in a while. She's more of a confidant now, I think, in music.
Yeah,
Like Jermaine Dupri's right hand, I would say. But yeah, shout out.
she does pop out everywhere he's at.
Right?
Yeah.
I think they're related.
Well, she was. I don't know if they're related now, but she was the first one on his label.
I thought Crisscross was.
No, she was.
That's cool. Well, shout out to Debrat. We glad you out and stuff.
Live that truth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you got Kevin Gates. He has this new show on Vice. It's called Kevin Gates Helpline. You watched a little bit of it?
Watch a little of it, man. Hey, man, Vice low key's legit.
Yeah.
Man. Their YouTube channel.
Dope.
Like you can get interviews to how to break and stuff.
They
how
got
to cook stuff. Like, bro,
everything.
they got. I
The
always
world's
in the
worst
chat. I'm like,
reviews and stuff.
right.
This is crazy.
Bro, like there's another one, a day in the life in a credit card scammer, and they just
Yeah.
showed everything. I'm like, what are you
Oh,
doing? I was like,
Yeah, I seen that one, bro.
bro, I'm like, I always tell Chris, I'm gonna go watch the criminal channel.
I'm like, how long do you wait before you air that? Like, do they have to like change locations before it goes live? Because I mean, yeah, it's definitely incriminating. They wear masks and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's so dumb. But what do you
That's
think?
cool though. What they do, like the topics, like they're not scared to cover topics.
I think they
Right.
with that show it gives not Forbes, GQ a little bit of a run for their money because it's a little interesting. It
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of Expensive as Shit, the way that it goes. You know, they're just rappers just talking and stuff, giving you their
Well,
honest opinion.
2 Chainz had a show on Vice, and then he went to GQ.
Okay,
That's right.
He had
it wasn't
no,
expensive. As
no, it was something else, but he has a show on Vice now. It's the world's most no. It's the
Is it the weed
It's
one?
the weed one
Where they're
where
like,
he tries all these weeds or all these different types
Okay.
or like what's it called like all the new technology on weed.
and they infuse it in food and stuff,
Or
right?
it's everything.
Yeah,
There was one, the other one. It would roll it for you and pack it and everything. You just dropped it in there, and there was
like a
it-
shake.
no. It was like a little machine, and you put just a pre in there, and then it rolls it for you, packs it for you. It does everything for you.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, I was all like, and it's like $100. I'm like, that's not bad. I was just like,
Yeah.
like that might be a deal.
that'd be a deal.
But yeah, I think it's cool for this show because it gives you a. We already know Kevin Gates is an interesting person, but hearing him talk on a platform like that gives him, I think, more exposure for things outside of music. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
but yeah,
I think a lot of these artists would be really good with this show. Like the ones that have been in the game for a little bit because they're more comfortable with being themselves and not scared to do whatever they want.
yeah,
But like, especially like Kevin Gates, choosing, they'll do whatever they want.
yeah, definitely. And then you got Run the Jewels. They dropped their album, Run the Jewels 4. Have you checked it out?
Oh, not yet. Actually, I added it onto my playlist on Spotify, but
Nice.
yeah, haven't heard it.
It's cool. What'd you think about it, Roy?
I liked it a lot. It was a little bit different than I expected. Being a legit like Run the Jewels fan, the first 3 kind of hit you out the gate, and
Yeah.
this one definitely had to marinate a little bit. You had to do some listens. I think this is the first one also where LP comes pretty close to matching Killer Mike on lyrically, like how he came. It's the first one. Like on all of them, you can tell Killer Mike just wins.
Right.
But LP's there for his lyrics, but LP's also there because he produces everything. So you know that's where he comes in. But on this one, I feel like LP kind of did his thing. Like you can tell he stepped up a little bit. This also is one of the shortest ones. It was what 30 some minutes.
I guess it was cool. I still think after repeated listens, Run the Jewels 2 is still my favorite one.
Definitely, Run the Jewels 2 is the best one in my opinion.
Like initially, I thought this one was more aggressive, but after listening to it a few times, it's okay. It's not really. I know you said it's a lot of growth, but to me, it didn't feel like a lot different than their other projects. You know, they had Gangsta Boo on here too, right?
Yeah,
they had Gangsta Boo on, I think, Run the Jewels 2, and it was kind of like a remake to me more than anything.
If you're looking at it musically, I can see that because all LP is very defined.
Yeah.
You know LP,
Yeah.
but when it comes to like the lyrical content, I think there was a difference in it. Like there was a shift in it a little bit, but it wasn't that aggressive when you break it down. But Killer Mike has the aggressive tone. Like you automatically think it's aggressive when Killer Mike raps.
Yeah,
he's just one of those. Like he can rap a lullaby and it's aggressive. You're like, chill, man.
Yeah. Where do you rank it with previous Run the Jewel albums?
I got 2, 1, 4, 3.
What?
So 2 is my favorite.
Okay.
Then number 1, then number 4, then number 3.
Okay, so this one's like bottom 4.
There's only 4, but yeah. See what you're doing.
Okay, that's cool.
I liked it though. I like the way it's the first one I think that became number 1 in the opening weekend.
That's cool. I think also because when they dropped it was also interesting as well because of what's going on with everything, and they're also talking about that too. So it's like,
but that's always been part of like their dialogue, like
but they're saying stuff that's literally happening like right now.
Yeah.
It seems a little more immediate than their other projects.
And I think they actually did change up a little because the original date was 4/20.
Oh, okay.
That was supposed to be the date, 4/20.
That's cool.
So they delayed it a little bit, and they said because of the COVID and all that. But I'm pretty sure they went and changed up some stuff.
Yeah,
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Did with like the pandemic and everything, did that delay you putting out music, or did that affect you at all?
It helped me make more.
Yeah.
You know, so like when the pandemic happened, I was kind of, I mean, there was already a lot going on between the group, and I already had plans to get this album out. Like I said, I've been working on it for a couple years now, and but like when the pandemic hit, I I'm sitting on projects now.
Okay.
So it made me more productive because I didn't have like a lot to worry about because everything that was out of my control.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't thinking about work. I wasn't thinking about anything. So this is all that I kind of pretty much had. So yeah, no, pandemic affected me like in a good way.
Yeah. That's good to hear because a lot of people, you can tell, like with artists, they're delaying stuff as if it's negative.
We had a conversation about that. I don't really understand a delay because I would think right now is when you're able to grab people's attention since they're not able to go out and entertain themselves another way.
Yeah.
Right. But the only problem with that is, I mean, there's a lot of artists that think like that. So what was pushing me away from releasing it back in April was that at that time we were so oversaturated with people releasing stuff because they had a lot of time on their hands. And so there was always new music all the time. So it was like, when's a good time for me to stand out? Because I'm gonna drop this, and then five other artists are gonna be dropping on the same day, and it's just like that.
That makes sense. So we had that album, and then you got Flatbush Zombies. You listen to them?
I used to, man. I used to listen to them. I think I was 8th grade, maybe.
They've been out that long?
They've been for a while. I mean, their last album was years ago. Was it Odyssey 2001, 3001? That was the name of it, something like that.
That's
it's been
crazy.
years. I mean, they like to spread their projects and do singles and stuff.
They were very underground when I would listen to them.
Yeah,
I think they're still not
like
mainstream.
Underground.
The way they sound is like it doesn't matter how much money we got producing, we're gonna sound like we in the basement.
Yeah.
Right.
So they dropped Now More Than Ever. They called theirs an EP. What was your thoughts on that one?
I mean, I like Flatbush Zombies, so I like that a lot. I told you this weekend was made for me on this stuff. Like these artists that dropped. I did not like the intro. The first song came on, and I was like, "What is this? This does not sound like them."
Okay.
And then they just like teased us for like a minute. Then it went to like their style and like the way they do it. They're really good. I mean, I like because they're so diverse on the way they sound.
Yeah.
Like each one, like as a group, no one sounds like them, and individually, you can tell each one apart.
Yeah.
Like they each have their own style.
Right.
I like the beginning of the song because it felt like it was going to be different. And then
the reason I didn't like it.
Yeah. And then their style came in. For me, it was too, I don't know. It felt like you got to be in a mood to listen to them. Like you got to be upset or like it wasn't.
Like what I was
it's
telling
not happy
you.
music.
Like what I was telling you. Like,
yeah, it's not anything.
You got to roll one up to listen.
You're not going to be in a great mood when you want to listen to Flatbush Zombies.
No, and I think naturally they just have that sound. Like you can listen to their beats,
yeah,
and it'll put you in that same mood you get even with them rapping. They beats just have that sound. You know how you have those like, I wouldn't say sad beats, but just like those dark beats.
Yeah,
and
like
that's what they use.
Solitary confinement type songs. You know, you got nothing to do but
like you want to
think about what got you in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was cool. I probably listen to some more, but nothing really added to the playlist. You know.
I like Blessings. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Blessings. I do like the length of it though. Their last project was a little long for me. So I like this length. It was short.
Yeah. And then you got LL Cool J. He dropped this freestyle in honor of George Floyd. Did you hear about it?
No, I didn't. And I haven't heard LL Cool J's name.
Yeah. I think
except in the movies or the show and CIS or something. He does something, right?
I think he was more upset than anything. Because he sounds mad angry.
Right.
Like
he did. His eyes were red. Like you saw that. His eyes were red, bro. He was getting it
from the start of the freestyle. He was it was like he was Skyping somebody and had to go somewhere real quick. Because he's like hunched over and just yelling the entire time. I was like, damn, that's like a conflict of your name, bro. You're not cool at all. He was upset. He was way out of character. But what'd you think about it, Roy?
I liked it. I mean, it wasn't at this point, it was just about the message.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like the lyrical content of I'm not talking
lyrics
about like
was good too though.
Well, I'm not talking about what I'm saying, like how good it was or how good the rhyme was or like what type of cadence it was. Just this point it was just about the message and it was good.
Yeah. I think I forgot somebody said something. He had said something about I don't think he said all lives matter, but he had said something where people were trying to challenge him on it.
Yeah.
And then he had dropped like this little video of him just yelling at people. And then a couple days later, this freestyle dropped. So I think that was kind of in the same day. He was just having a rough one
I was
that day.
surprised on the comments. Some of the comments are like, "Oh, you didn't like it didn't flow nice." I'm like, at this point, it's just a
It was
message.
acapella, bro.
Yeah,
What do you want
like-
from him?
Mhm.
Acapellas are the easiest beats to rap on because there's nothing there. But yeah, and then you got Kanye. He donated some money.
Why you say it's so sad?
I mean, it's cool.
I don't even know why you brought it, but okay, that's cool. Shout out to Kanye.
Yeah, he donated
Blessings,
to,
stay blessed.
I
Strong
guess.
start on Sunday.
Sure. He donated $2 million to
Yeah.
George Floyd's daughter for college.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I
And
did see
then
that.
and then I think he paid for some lawyer fees. I'm not sure. But he put money aside for them. What do you think? Does this mean anything for Kanye? Do you see this as, oh, Kanye's back for the community? Or is it like, okay, we see happy Kanye and he's gonna go back to Trump Kanye? Like, what Kanye do you think we're getting right now?
It's Kanye, and I like it is what it is. Him now.
There is no like,
It's a wild card, man.
yeah, there's no
Yeah.
one Kanye though. That's the
That's
thing.
what I'm telling you. It's just Kanye.
Well, that's
He can
that
do
makes,
this now. He can do change him. I'm not
that
telling you.
implies that it's one Kanye though.
It is. He's all over the place. It's him.
You can't be one person all over the place.
Yeah, that's who they are.
Like, how many colors in the rainbow? One?
You have just a rainbow,
I'm done with you.
but you know what I mean. Like if a person's all over the place, but that's them.
Right.
That's who they are.
That's what I'm saying. So do you think
I'm not
consistently-
separating the Kanyes. Kanye is
Okay.
Kanye.
Okay, like Majin Boos. We got Kid Boo, Big Boo, Lil Boo, Kanye Boo.
You can't bring Dragon Ball Z into this, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing?
All right, and then before we switch to sports, so when you went into making this album, you said it took you a year.
So, I started the plans for about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you start recording? Did you make a lot of songs and narrow it down, or like what was your overall process?
Well, okay, so a lot of those songs were recorded and re-recorded and
Mm.
re-recorded a lot of times throughout these 2 years because as far as the way that I deliver, I started finding my sound and stuff and going back and changing things around. And on top of that, I mean that project changed so many directions in these 2 years. And so, but yeah, as far as the final recording process, I did it a month before the release and just kind of made sure that I had everything feeling right.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot more songs available to put on there, or this was pretty much for a while you knew these are the ones you were gonna go with?
Well, I mean, so I knew that I just wanted there to be 11, and from I mean, it would always stayed 11. It was just songs kept on getting swapped out.
Okay.
Mhm.
So just as far as like what I wanted the album to feel like, and again the overall message and just the vibe of it. But
When you write, do you normally write like a cappella, just thinking thoughts, or do you normally write to a beat?
well, so it depends. I mean, sometimes if I hear a beat and it really resonates, then I'll start writing to it right then and there. I'll have
Mhm.
something done. But because so what a lot of people don't know is I started off just writing for ghostwriting pretty much.
Really?
Yeah. And so like that's what I wanted to do. So I would just write. A lot of my lyrics are pre-written in here in my phone. And so when I hear a beat, like usually I'll go through and find whatever that feels like, and then go to my lyrics that I know that I have in my bank, and then connect them. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. Sometimes I gotta adjust everything, but it's hard doing it like that. And a lot of people don't like to do that because of course you have this certain cadence in your head or something like that, and you hear a beat and it's cool, but it doesn't work with the cadence that you originally planned for those lyrics.
Okay.
So when you were re-recording, were you just trying to get like the sound right or like the quality right? Like what would make you re-record it?
The feeling, like
Yeah.
the way that it feels. I want to make sure that people not only hear what I'm saying but like feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. And so, because I mean, a lot of those are all real emotions. I mean, on the song, whether I'm mad or whether I'm upset or reminiscent or stuff like that. I mean, that's just what I was trying to do. I was just trying to perfect the overall feeling of
Yeah.
it.
So when someone listens, what feeling did you want to convey for the album, or what message did you want to come out for the album?
Well, I mean that this project's all over the place. You know, I mean it's about love in there. A couple songs. Some songs are about like just my ego.
Yeah.
Some songs are about breakup, shit like that. I mean, so like any song that's about love, I want you to be like, oh damn, like
Yeah.
I'm in love. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, exactly. And then the breakup song, I mean, a lot of people are gonna resonate with that because everybody's been through it.
Yeah.
So you just kind of being on that level. And then as far as like people who don't have an ego, you know, when I rap like with when I'm just like talking, you know, mess.
Yeah.
I want people to feel like they're just as confident as me, you know, when I'm
Yeah.
reciting them or when they recite it back.
Did you have a producer, or do you produce yourself? Like, how did you do that part?
So I produce about 80% of anything
wow.
that I put out.
Nice.
Yeah, and so a lot of those songs are produced by me, not all of them,
Yeah.
but a lot of those songs are produced by me.
So when I think of producing, I'm thinking like a producer's like on the little switches and stuff, and you got the artist in the booth.
Mhm.
So how did it work for you? Did you like have a timer that goes off and then you run in there, or like did you just swap your chair?
Nah.
Like, what's the process for that?
Let me tell you something cool about Pro Tools.
Okay.
All right. So Pro Tools actually on my phone, I have it hooked up to my computer,
Oh,
and
wow.
it links through Wi-Fi. So while I'm in the booth, I hit record on my phone. And
Okay.
It records in there. So
Dope.
I never knew that.
yeah, I
And
didn't know
Pro
that.
Tools and all that came a long way,
Yeah,
man.
I had no idea, man.
Like it came a long way.
I had no idea. And the only reason why I found out is because of the studio that I work at. I was telling my boss that I was like, yo, like I really want to record, but I can't use my booth because I have a booth built in my house.
Yeah.
I want to record, but I can't use my booth and take my laptop in there. And he was like, well, why don't you set it up in your phone? And I had already been working with Pro Tools for a minute.
Yeah.
And so like he told me that shit blew my mind, man.
You're like, you've never told
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like,
This whole
blew
time,
my mind.
Could have worked from home.
Yeah.
I'm essential.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Okay.
cool. How was it with because it only was what, like a week or two apart that you released your album and then also the collaboration, Growing Pains.
Yes.
So were you working them around the same time, both albums? Or
I was working on 3 albums at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
so how was it with your mindset switching from like each concept from Growing Pains to your album and everything?
Honestly, it was pretty fluid. I mean, the thing about you know music is I could write it, like I could start writing a song right now and be real sentimental on it, but then I hear another beat goes hard and then automatically that emotion changes to fit that. But yeah, no, I mean it was fairly easy. But Growing Pains was so different from anything that I'd ever done.
It sounds different compared to this.
Because I mean, we talked about that last week, and then it made me listen to both y'all's catalog, and that was just different from everything y'all did individually.
Right.
And I like that because I mean, I really like Growing Pains, and I like that it shows you're able to change it up and give it something different. You know?
Right. Yeah.
How was it making a collaboration album? How was it working?
It was. I mean, I hope that if I do another collaboration album, it'll be as easy as that. Because the thing about me and Diversity is we clicked right away, and the workflow was just so fluid the whole time.
Yeah.
He was saying, y'all are starting a group?
Well, yeah, we have a group. Started a group like back in I want to say October.
Okay.
GS or what was it?
AAG, double AG.
Yeah.
Double AG, all about growth.
There you go.
Yeah. And
How many members? Just you and him?
No. There's actually 3 artists, and then right here we have Case, the manager.
Okay.
So but yeah, no, we it's just 3 of us, and yeah,
E-Twist is the other one.
E-Twist is the other one.
Okay. Cool. So do y'all have? I don't know if I asked them. Are y'all planning another project, like a joint collab, dropping?
I mean, we got some on the way.
Okay.
We got some on the way that we're planning. I haven't posted about it or kind of informed anybody about what's going on, how we're working and what we're working on right now.
Yeah.
At that point, is it a collab or they're just dropping because it's a group?
Yeah, I would think it's like
Just a drop, right?
yeah.
Well, I mean,
Y'all consider yourself a collab?
I consider it collab. I mean, the thing is the way that we came into the group with the we all know that we're our own artists, right? So
Okay.
like E-Twist he's E-Twist, and then Diversity, of course, myself. We are our own artists. So if I have an opportunity for me, I'm gonna take that opportunity for me and still promote, us.
Nice.
But I would say it's a collab because I mean, we for the most part are gonna be dropping our own stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Cool. So Did, do y'all all record at the same time?
Like when we're working together.
Yeah, like for like if it's a collab together, are y'all usually together in the same place, or do y'all write something and then send it to each other?
Yeah. No, well, so no, actually Twist, it kind of depends because Twist has his own setup. But if we're all working on something, we want to get something done like right away. Usually we'll all meet up at the studio and work on it there. Everybody records the same day, writes the same day.
Nice. That's pretty good, especially since y'all all can put out music relatively quick like that.
Right.
That's pretty cool. Well, switching to sports, we got the fall of Jason Whitlock. He leaves Fox Sports. I guess they couldn't come to terms with an agreement.
The fall, he's gonna be fine.
I don't know.
He's either gonna go to ESPN, Yahoo Sports, or start his own thing.
What do you think, Jose? Are you mic'd up? He's not mic'd up.
He's already switched.
He's already
giving
my
us
bad.
up.
He's
He's already
Teach
giving
him
us
back
off.
here. Teach him back here. What's up? Can you guys repeat that again?
And then you press this button.
Exactly. Precisely. That's literally what we were saying. I was talking about the mute button for all three.
Oh my
of you,
God.
so what's up? Can you guys repeat that one more time?
So yeah, we got Jason Whitlock. He leaves Fox
Oh,
Sports.
boy.
So they couldn't come to an agreement as far as contracts negotiations, right? So do you think he's gonna pop up somewhere else?
Let's say that is a nice way of phrasing that, of saying like, you know what, Jason, maybe we don't extend your contract. Maybe we don't bring you back.
But he's gonna
be on Fox News.
He's gonna pop up somewhere.
Yeah, he's gonna be on Fox News for sure. No doubt. He's gonna be their token black guy. That's what he's gonna reduce himself to.
I like Marcellus Wiley though.
He's good.
You think he's gonna take over the show, or you think they're gonna rename it?
I think
He's gonna take
I
over
think-
the show.
I think they'll rename it and he'll take over. Because again, you have to have your token black guy apparently.
Marcellus Wiley's been everywhere, man. Like every show he's on, his co-host leaves.
Maybe it's
on,
Marcellus.
I mean, he was.
Maybe he's the bad guy.
Well, because he wasn't with Michelle Beto in the first place.
He outshines him, I guess.
And then she's gone.
Yeah,
like,
what's it called?
Sports Nation.
Sports Nation. Yeah.
Now she gone. Like
he was with Max Kellerman too. I think they were talking about.
There's a trend, bro. There's a
I
trend.
don't know. You got to be able to match his energy. So what was it? Was Undisputed? No. First Take, was it always First Take, or when he left, did they rename it?
I don't remember. Well, the show he was on wasn't any of those. It was
No, I mean Skip and Stephen A. when they were together. Was it still called First Take?
Yeah.
So they kept the name.
They it used to be like Cold Pizza was the first version of it. That was the show name.
With him and Skip?
It's a
I don't think
name.
I don't think
It
it
is.
is a bad name. I don't think
For
Stephen A was
pizza?
there. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Stephen A wasn't there yet, but I think Skip was there and he was doing his thing, and as they came on, I think Skip came on in the First Take, and
Well, with Max Kellerman and Marcellus, I think theirs was called Afternoon Drive. Like we all make bad names.
I mean, that's
originally.
better than Cold Pizza.
Like now we're turning up the mic. Like
Cold Pizza,
it
we need
happens.
old news.
Do you think this affects Dak's negotiations? You see how Jason went out not playing ball.
I saw that comment on there. I'm like, how is this tied to each other?
I mean, if Dak don't take a haircut, not even a haircut. If he don't take what he's worth, I mean, he might be out there with Jason looking for a job.
Dak, man, I don't even like talking about Dak anymore, bro. Like, he's asking for too much, man.
this is our favorite topic on the show for new listeners. Will Dak Prescott get paid? Yes
or will
no?
he be in the same boat as Jason?
No, that's not the question. The question is, will the Cowboys pay him? No, I don't want them to. I don't.
Okay.
I feel like you flip flop on this a lot.
Me?
I feel like
Wait,
I
hold
see
on.
it trending.
No, I want to see receipts on me flip flopping on this.
I
We
feel
record
like,
everything.
I feel like one show it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I wanna pay him his money. He's
Yeah.
worth it, whatever. And then the next
No,
show
no,
is like,
no.
he's asking for too much money.
Always too much money.
It's just hotter outside. That's why Roy's changing up a little bit.
I hope Dallas pays him that money
Is
We
it
were
so that
doing
they
good, man? We were doing
they-
good.
so they lose out.
yeah, so they can't pay nobody.
So they lose out. That's why.
Send them to the Jets.
Nothing but flies in their wallet book.
Yeah.
Do you have Jason Whitlock high on your commentator list?
No.
Do you?
Mm-mm.
Who would you say is your top three? Make it easy.
Skip Bayless.
Or top five if you got top five.
Skip Bayless. Stephen A. Smith.
You have to put Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max Kellerman.
He's making the big bucks.
Chris Collinsworth.
Chris Collinsworth. Who's that?
Are we
yeah,
talking? Are
yeah.
we just talking like
Cowherd?
sports announcers?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
sport.
commentators though.
Oh,
like on the
play
shows
by
and
play.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like
so,
everyone
Skip
hate-
Bayless, all them.
Everyone doesn't like him, so I like him. Like,
Colin?
yeah,
Do you say Colin? You say Chris?
Chris.
Who's that?
Chris Collins calls football games.
Yeah,
He's
calls
he's a-
football games.
and you
I
might
don't
be
think I
thinking
watch
of
him.
Colin Cowherd.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, Chris Collins. Here's a guy. He's the one that does all the voting. Here now, here's a guy.
Is that 5?
No, those are what is that? I give you what 3, 4? I don't know.
The NBA countdown crew, if you're gonna count them: Shaq, Charles Barkley,
I don't
Ernie
like-
Johnson.
I don't
No,
really- I'm not really interested in any of
yeah,
them.
I'm not.
Oh, you don't like it? Well, I mean, they win Emmys every year, and they're called the best for a reason.
They talk so
Charles
slow.
is good.
Yeah.
Shaq talks incredibly slow. Yeah, that is very accurate. But Charles at least speaks his mind, and he talks shit about players, and he makes it interesting. And Ernie is nice and
I like
nice.
Paul Pierce.
Well, I love Paul
Pierce.
Pierce.
Is
Paul
so
Pierce is nice.
reckless.
I like.
Like
Paul.
he don't make. He just
That's
looks
why.
to make the news. Like he didn't
Like,
even.
he says what he wants, bro.
I guess. So
But Paul Pierce and Paul Pierce is really high on Luca, so I'm
Okay.
good with Paul Pierce.
was it Big Luca or Little Luca?
Both.
Okay. So I got Shannon Sharp. I got who do I got? I got Skip. I go Stephen A. I go Max Kellerman. And my 5th one, I probably go Chris Broussard.
Okay.
Did he count?
Yeah.
Nah.
counts.
There's only really a hierarchy of Stephen A. Smith if we're talking about like
Yeah.
announcers and stuff, because he makes literally like so much money, and he does
Yeah.
not stop working.
No.
Like after First Take, he has a 3-hour radio
Like, we'll
show.
see you in 3 minutes.
Yeah, and he's on every show. Like in the mornings before, he's right there on Get Up. He's always
Yeah.
there. They get their money's worth from Stephen A.
He lives there, man.
Yeah. I probably take Chris Broussard off. I put who's it? Nick? Is it Nick Wright?
Yeah.
Nick
I
Wright.
put Nick Wright on there. He's very like statistical.
He's
Out
with
of
the
everybody
shits.
I've seen.
He's very statistical, but I don't.
and he's getting very comfortable with his role too.
Yeah, but I
He's
don't
starting
know.
to call people out and everything.
But like the way he just comes across is it's too analytical for me. It's just like
oh my god.
like to me, it's like there's no such thing as the eye test for him or just what he just lights naturally. It's just analytical based on stats.
That's cool though. It's like a different perspective.
Nah,
You can't really
I want your
Roy
heart
doesn't
in it.
like different.
Yeah.
I want your
perspectives, is
heart
what
in
I'm
it.
saying.
Tell me
numbers
who
are
you
too
like with your heart.
numbers
Yeah.
are too specific.
Yeah, numbers the numbers
Yeah.
are too big.
Give
If we're
me
talking
Paul
3
Pierce.
digits.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Jose, when's the last time we mentioned numbers here? We don't do numbers.
Yeah,
here.
numbers
talked
never
numbers
We
lie.
don't
last
do
week.
numbers here.
We
That's
talk stream
crazy.
numbers all the time, you know.
And then we got Mahomes. His contract talks are starting to begin. I see.
But
Do
just
you-
pay him what he wants.
Pay
You-
him what he wants.
It
yeah,
doesn't
for
matter.
sure.
Just pay him. What
What's he gonna be? 250,
It
225,
doesn't matter.
north of 200.
I don't care.
Do you think they can win another chip if he gets paid?
Yes.
With him being the highest paid quarterback?
I don't think so. They're gonna have to cut. They're gonna have to cut some salary. So there's been some talks of him taking a discount, which would be insane. I don't believe those talks.
I wonder. It
When
depends.
isn't the CBA up in a year or two?
Yeah, like 2-3 years, something like that. I
Yeah.
think. I don't think it's next year, but it is so soon enough for Dak to be like
Cautious about it.
yeah. The one of the main reasons why the contract's all messed up is that they're trying to get like the TV money.
Yeah.
Because after this new CBA, after they renegotiate, salaries are all going to go straight up. And
Yeah.
if Dak's caught with an old high salary instead of a new high salary, it's going to be a tough look for him.
He's
So-
tripping.
I think that's going to play in a role into like Mahomes and all that.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be if it is a discount, just a discount for the couple of years, then go from there. But you're always the injury and all that. You never know.
yeah.
But if I was Kansas City, that's the hardest person in the league right now to say no to.
Right.
Like you can't say no to it.
No.
Like he can't give you a number, and no one's ever going to be on your side saying, "Oh, that's too much for him."
yeah.
Like what he did so quickly and so well, like the only way is up. I don't see how they would not pay him what he's asking. Now I haven't heard anything about what he's asking,
I don't think they've started talking as far as numbers specifically yet.
but
They-
it's easy to pay him.
Yeah, they can't talk numbers until they get like the latest quarterback contract. So
Yeah.
so Mahomes can't talk until Dallas gets Dak's contract in order because he has to ask for higher than that.
Isn't somebody else coming up? Houston quarterback.
Watson.
Well,
Yeah.
is-
He's coming up too, right?
Watson, Baker Mayfield, all of those quarterbacks are coming up.
Nah,
No,
I
what
don't
about
think-
Baker?
yeah, I don't think Baker's gonna
What's
be
he
a-
gonna do?
Hey, the Browns are going to have to pay Baker a substantial amount of money. You guys laugh. He's going to get a lot of money.
It's not because he's good. It's because they need someone to throw the ball.
I'll almost guarantee you that he gets more than Dak just because that's how it is.
Bro, he just throws stuff out there sometimes. Jose just talks.
Hey, that's how the quarterback position works. Each quarterback gets more than the next one that gets paid. So Dak's gonna get paid, and then all the next quarterbacks are gonna go higher than him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, I'm gonna laugh so hard. That's such a Browns move, though.
And then you got the NBA's returning. They got a 22 team format. I think
Yeah.
that's set in stone now.
From what I heard, yeah.
So our NBA's coming back.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
It's July 31st, right, or June 31st?
I think it's next month.
July 31st.
Is it next month, Jose? You're the
Yeah, July
analytics.
31st.
Yeah.
Who,
Orlando.
who do you think had the well, you can't really tell, but hypothetically, who do you think had the biggest benefit from this layoff?
Mm.
I think it's got to be the Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers.
They're all healthy now. They're an older team. And plus this layoff, it kind of chills like the emotional like baggage that you had with Kobe's death and everything. So now
Yeah.
they've had time to decompress and everything. But all the old teams that needed the break. So definitely the Lakers are definitely
That's
one.
funny.
I think it helped the Clippers pretty well, too. Kawhi needed a break.
Of course he did.
You hate that man, bro.
What did he need
You
a break
hate that
for?
man.
Like, what do
He
you need a break?
works. He works.
He works every other weekend.
Bro, but
like
when
usual.
he works more than the others.
I definitely
Leave the
don't
man
think
alone.
that.
Leave the man
no.
alone.
He works more than.
no.
Damn, I'm starting to forget their names. It's been so long since I played. I heard
Was it Lou?
he works
Paul
harder.
George?
He works harder than Lou Will.
Bruh, they're not going without Kawhi.
That wasn't my question.
Kawhi works
Okay.
the hardest on the team.
When they don't answer, that means he doesn't work hard.
Right.
Lou Will.
Right.
Like Lou Will. Lou Will got a song. Kawhi don't got no song.
He has ships, man. He got MVPs,
Okay.
bro. Like, leave him alone.
That's what's up.
Lou ain't never gonna get one of those.
Why are you disrespectful?
The disrespect in this
That's
chat is so real.
crazy.
Is that not? Do you think Lou's ever gonna win one of those?
A championship?
No, MVP.
Oh, Lou Williams and MVP, no chance. No
Okay,
chance.
so what did I say was this? I stated facts.
It's the way
You,
you,
said
it.
you like facts.
It's your tone.
You just said you like analytical.
It's your tone.
What did I say that was wrong?
Lou Will's
He
gonna
ain't
come to
never
your house.
gonna get
He's
one.
not.
Lou Will's
Never.
gonna come to your house and
That's
beat your
crazy.
ass now.
Do you have a NBA team?
Spurs, man.
You like Spurs? I used to be a Spurs fan.
I like the Spurs. I like the Spurs. I like our coach.
He just cheers
Yeah.
for the who's ever in first place.
That's not true.
That's very
it's,
true.
it's only a little true.
It's very true.
Bandwagon.
He's a sports polygamist.
Yeah,
You can't
gotcha.
have
So
first place
Ask
when
him,
the
ask
team
him
hasn't started yet.
who his team was 2 years ago.
Who was your team 2 years ago?
Who was it?
Damn, you gotta
I-
ask who was
no.
it?
I believe it was the team in the
You know
Western
what?
Conference.
It was Golden State.
was
Talk
it-
about it.
Was it the Bucks? Maybe it was Brooklyn. Damn, it's been so long ago. I got to review. Were we
But
recording
not
back
knowing that just says you're a
Yeah,
bandwagon.
yeah, he's a
fan.
sports polygamist.
then? Were we recording back then?
Do you have to be recording and have a team?
Yeah, because if it's on wax, then I got to tell the truth.
In fact, we were not recording back then, so you
Oh,
can. In fact,
no, we
Yeah,
actually
I was going-
were
I
not
was-
here, and it's on wax.
I was going for Philadelphia. I was a 76.
You were wearing that. What was there saying for a while?
trust the process.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it was like what time change or it takes time or
Yeah, I was riding them before they got Joel. Then I had to leave. I didn't like the process.
Oh, there you go.
So who do you think had the biggest? Who's gonna affect this the worst, like team wise? Do you think?
The Bucks.
No. I don't think the Bugs.
They're on a pretty good run.
Right.
You think they're gonna have a fall off though? Like,
I think they're pretty good run because the way they're gonna do it now is it's gonna be 1 through 16.
Mhm.
So they're not just going to the East Coast.
Mavs are in there too, right?
The Mavs are gonna play if everything's set like how it is. They're playing the Clippers,
I'm surprised.
so it's gonna be seeded 1 through 16, not 1 through 8. So the
Gotcha.
Bucks now are gonna have to take against better competition than they were.
I'm surprised you didn't say the
Gotcha.
Mavs had the biggest fallback or step back out all of this.
How
Luca might be fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I've been
Yeah.
saying this for a minute, bro. Ain't you?
Their prized pony. He's turned into a biggie. Like, come on,
Yeah,
bro.
he's almost as fat as Zion now.
And we didn't even
Nah,
talk
because
about
you know Zion got bigger, so you know that.
Of course,
Like,
Roy hate. Here comes the
Yeah.
Zion hate.
No, that's
hating
all
on
Chris.
19-year-olds.
I
That's
like
all clear.
Zion. I'm happy that he's prospering.
You're posting memes about his knees breaking.
I put Jordan faces on him. That don't mean nothing. Like, but they're in there too. Pelicans, right?
Yeah, they made the rule just enough
So
for
that he can get in there.
yeah, they made it originally made it four games back, and
But
then
it's
the
8 games.
yeah,
right?
and then the Pelicans are just conveniently 3.5 games back, and then they needed an Eastern Conference team, so they're like, oh, okay, let's just make it this so the Wizards can come. So
Do,
yeah,
do you think the window for MVP is shut?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Or not MVP, rookie MVP, rookie of the year.
both yes,
Yeah,
all
both, yeah.
I think all awards are basically done.
So
Yeah.
nothing. Who did you have for MVP?
Giannis.
So LeBron can't do anything.
Anything, yeah. These are technically 8 regular season games, which I doubt he'll actually try in.
Yeah.
And then technically the MVP is a regular season award, so
So are they counting these games as regular season, or these are just playoffs?
No,
they're being very wishy-washy about
yeah,
it.
because they haven't said their regular season, but I've also read there are 8 games just to fill the last couple of spots.
So if their regular season is it pending?
They
The ball,
haven't said.
Is it pending the balling of LeBron James? If
They
he-
haven't said.
If he balls out, it's regular season.
Because if it's regular season, I don't think they can call it regular season because not all teams are playing. So they're trying to figure out what to call it
I don't think they can call it the regular
because
season
not all teams are playing.
because this is not a regular season.
Yeah. So they're trying to, and then so from what I read that they don't know how many teams it might affect because there's 8 games.
Yeah.
So say it's affect places 14 through 16th. Like they just wanted to really affect like the last 2 spots. They're fighting for last season.
Yeah.
They don't want like a 12 or 13 just going like an 8-game losing streak and just they're not in it because
Yeah.
they just want to invite these teams
just
for the
embarrassing.
last spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out how to sort it out.
You think Dame's gonna play?
They're the only team that said no. I mean, they're gonna be there.
They're not gonna play.
No, they're gonna be there, but they're the only team that voted no not to do this. They said basically cancel the season because every team had a vote. They're
Yeah.
the only team that said no. They didn't want to do it.
There's always got to be one.
That's
Yeah.
crazy though. Especially
You would think, but I don't know how much influence the players actually had compared to just the owners. You know what I mean? Or
And it might have just been that they rejected this format. Maybe they didn't want all 22 teams to come. Maybe they wanted just to cut it down a bit. It's we have
Yeah.
no idea really why they rejected it, but
man, that's like
they're a
avoiding
dangerous team.
competition.
They're one of the teams that really helped, or this break really helped them because they're now healthy. All of their players are healthy. Their center that broke his leg last year in the playoffs is now healthy.
That's crazy.
So.
I always forget that Carmelo's on that team too. Like it's been so long since we seen a good basketball game. It feels like the season's been over. You know?
I mean, I want to see how it's going to affect the future because it's starting July 31st. The new season's supposed to come around in what, October?
Oh, yeah.
In
Football
December,
season?
they're
It's
gonna
go over football season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, are they going to do half a season next year?
I think it's gonna be a full season.
Because if they start in December, they've done it before where it's half a season.
Mm.
They start in December and then they just finish out regular.
Was
Then
that because
so
of the lockout?
So they've done it before. So then the year after next, season after next, will be a regular season.
my sources, all of my sources are
Here we
saying
go.
that they're gonna start on Christmas, and that's just gonna be the new schedule. The people were looking for a reason to basically switch up the schedule,
Yeah.
and with baseball burning themselves down currently, they're gonna start in December, and they just take over the summer, and that just handicaps baseball.
Oh wow.
I don't know. I don't see that too much. Well, the NFL goes into what, February?
Yeah, but you can't see what would you recommend? You can't start it like a half off season after asking these guys to come back and play. That players aren't going to do that, and they're not going to wait like a full 9 months until the new season to get this calendar fixed again.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to figure out what's in it, and there's even talk about how the teams want more summer leagues. So there's only 3 major summer leagues.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 major ones. You have the one in Las Vegas and you have the one in Orlando. You have one in Utah, but it's not a major one. But a lot of teams want multiple mini summer leagues because they're seeing a lot of the younger talent aren't developing now because of all this. So they want multiple summer leagues now.
what's the difference between that? Do they run like plays and stuff?
Summer leagues,
Yeah.
it's you have a coach and everything. They play their heart out because they
It's just
summer
minutes.
summer leagues are for minutes, and a lot of them are there to see they
Get the
want to
job and stuff.
make the team.
I got you.
Because
Yeah,
a lot of them
reps,
get
reps.
either make the team or they get like the 2-way contract.
Okay.
Hey, Taco Fall made the Celtics this year
That is
because
true.
of Summer League. So
That's
shout out
true.
to him.
Yeah,
That is true.
I can't wait to see him back on our screens.
He's a good guy.
And he'll probably be there with the Celtics, future Eastern Conference champion Boston Celtics.
But that's crazy. So you have the teams that didn't make it. They're essentially going to be off for 9 months.
yeah.
Like, is that really a loss? Like,
The Knicks are chilling. They don't even know what happened. They're like, "Oh, we didn't make the playoffs already." Word. All right, fair
Bro,
enough.
the Knicks didn't get a vote.
they can't
didn't
go
get
to
a
Orlando
vote.
now.
Yeah, the Knicks, they don't even know the league's canceled. They're like, I thought the finals was today,
Like,
guys.
Yeah, we usually stop around this time anyway.
No, let's stop earlier.
That's crazy. And then before we get to like the last topic and everything, so with your music, do you plan on dropping another project soon, or how long do you plan to take time off before you put out more music?
I got some on the way. I'm trying to get myself like on a schedule now that I'm producing a lot more music. To drop hope max like 2 projects, 3 projects a year. But like full size projects instead of doing the EPs. Because I did the EPs for all year last year. I dropped 4 of them, and that was cool. But I think I'm gonna try to cut it down to 2. So this year I'm dropping 1 more project, and then pretty soon, fairly soon, solo project at least.
Are ready for shows and all that when everything comes back up?
Oh,
I miss
man.
concerts, man. I'm a big concert person. Like I go to a lot of shows.
Dude.
He throws his shirt at him.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. No, I
You were there, right?
yeah. Nah, man, I miss performing a lot. I'm good as hell at performing.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I could do a really good show, and so people didn't hear my music before they saw me perform, and so that's kind of like where I kind of pride myself on. You know, it's also in my artistry is to be able to go out there and also not rap over my lyrics,
Yeah.
and it sound completely different, but it still sounds good.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, man, I miss performing. I miss it.
And I like that you said, because for me, like, I don't think it's a bad thing on that, but there's a lot of artists that I know now because I saw them opening up for somebody, or
Right.
you know, at a festival, they're on the lineup, and I'm because it's sometimes it is hard to come across new artists because you know you have to find them somehow. You know, it's not like they don't
Right.
pop up to you all the time. So that's why I like shows too. I come across a lot of new artists like that.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, big shout out to Mitch James, because he's the person who kind of put me on in the San Antonio music scene. My second show I did was opening for Lil Flip.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So like, and then from then on, it just kind of started picking up, and then yeah, man. I mean,
That's big.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
since
cool.
since then I've done a lot of cool. I mean, I used to listen to Lil Flip.
Yeah.
But one of the best shows that I did, or my favorite shows that I did, was opening for Paul Wall and then meeting Paul Wall.
Yeah.
And the
Was it
dude,
Skinny Paul Wall or Big Paul
it
Wall?
was Skinny Paul
Wow.
Wall. Man,
Okay.
probably the nicest person you'll meet, man.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I hear it's
real
nice.
real genuine
Because
person.
he had a show here last May at
Quartermains.
Quarters, yeah.
That's where we all of us actually, Me Diversity and Twist, opened up for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So as far as like the local artists in town,
Mhm.
how do you feel that is? Do you feel like everyone's pretty cordial with everybody, or do you think it's hard to like do music with each other? Like, what's your opinion on that?
San Antonio is it's split up into a bunch of cliques.
Okay.
I see that.
Yeah, it's,
Even on social media, you see that.
yeah. So like, I mean, it's not hard. Everybody's down to work.
Okay.
You know, and I think we're not very forward thinking when it comes to like artists wanting to pursue this as a career, and they're trying to make it a career. And so when somebody says, hey, you know, I want to do a feature, and they respond with, well, I charge.
Mhm.
Out here, I mean, a lot of people don't take that very well, and it prevents a lot of collabs from happening.
Mm.
You know, because either people look at it as, oh, he thinks he's better than me,
Yeah.
when in reality that's not it. Everybody's just trying to again pursue this as a career, of trying to follow their dreams and doing what they're seeing because it makes sense to them. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like I didn't charge for verses or anything before, but I do now.
Yeah.
And the only reason I didn't charge before was just because I was trying to get my name out there.
Yeah.
You know, work with as many people as I can.
I see nothing wrong with that. Like I mean, because this is your career, like you say, to pursue it. Is you don't work for free.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
You don't work for free. That's different than you collaborating with somebody that y'all want to make something together compared to somebody just reached out to you. Hey, I'm doing an album. I want you on one song. Okay, well, this is what it is.
Right. I'm about to give you the best verse out of me. Which,
Yeah.
So it's that's the way I look at it. Like this verse could have been for me on my project. It's every time I write something, I always feel like this is better than the last thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever feel like I'm backtracking. So that's kind of the mentality that I have. So why wouldn't I at least try to get paid out of it? And on top, I mean, I have all this equipment that I use to record myself. And a lot of artists, anywhere else you go, like if you're not paying them, they're gonna ask you pay for the studio time. And I got thousands of dollars in studio equipment. So I mean, it's no different from me buying a camera and you saying, hey, take pictures of me.
Yeah.
For free. But I'd spent thousands of dollars on a camera, and so it's the same thing. People don't look at it like that though. And same, buying paintings, you're buying art from somebody.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's a good way to look at the painting
definitely
ones, because
is.
it is. But I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Like it's your job, it's your career. You don't work for free.
Right.
I'm gonna go to a Best Buy and be like, hey, yo, let me get that TV for nothing. Like that don't make sense.
Right.
That's definitely understandable. And then last topic, we got Caucasian women going bald for Black Lives Matter. Have you heard about that?
I didn't hear. No, that's the first time I'm hearing about that.
I didn't hear about it. I didn't. You sent me that link,
Yeah.
and I still haven't seen it anywhere.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Well, I like to scour the internet sometimes and just see what's out there.
Reading Google News.
I honestly think that it's a troll. It's like a finesse because they showed Emma Watson. She went bald. So basically, they're shaving their head
Mhm.
in solidarity to Black Lives Matter to show support. And they show like all these girls like shaving their heads and stuff. And they show the before and the after. And they're talking about, yeah, we're doing all this. Black Lives Matter. So like this one, it shows me before and after. Please show your support. And she's like bald headed. So how you feel about that, Roy? Now that I sent him this link like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't. See what they're like. They're trying to have a positive message on it.
yeah.
But I think there's other ways you can do it.
I
Like
don't
there's other
mind.
ways you can help the community, or
Right.
like I don't like you can do more than just that. Like if you're shaving your head, that's done. But like there's much.
Yeah.
There's other avenues you can do to support.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
No. And I mean, I feel like. I mean, I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool, and people are getting blown up on social media because they're not protesting the right way.
Right.
And that was like the big thing. I mean, they're protesting in their own way, and it's not a.
Yeah,
I mean,
she bald as hell.
She
Like
is bald as hell.
That's
bruh.
commitment right there,
she got freckles on her scalp.
Damn.
bro. That's commitment. Like I saw some other ones. They just got like the one. She got the sub.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, it's all the way down like
all
an
the way.
egg.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, shout out to all the
Shiny as
supporters.
hell.
Yeah,
Shout out to
for
the
real,
bald
bro.
supporters.
Polish that.
It's
They
polished,
polish that.
bruh.
That's
I
cool.
see the light from the
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, she gonna be mad when she find out it was all a joke.
A white chocolate
Like,
Whopper. bruh.
Yeah, it ain't. We weren't really doing that. That's so funny.
Emma Watson, it was for a movie.
Yeah.
It was for a movie.
What? They gonna
Yeah.
ask for a manager. That's crazy. But as far as your music, where can people check it out at? And what's the latest name of your project?
So you can find my music on all platforms. Spotify, whatever you use to listen to music, I'm on there. And my last album, definitely go check that out. It's called We Didn't Plan This. But yeah, man, I mean, I think people will catch a vibe off of it for sure.
It's definitely good.
Yeah, I caught it, but it was good.
Where can people check us out at, Roy?
YouTube, Spotify. Check us out there to listen. Also on Spotify, we have the Trump the Mic playlist. We have everything in there from we like. So we do have some songs from your album on there also.
Oh, appreciate that.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then social media, IG and Facebook, Turn Up the Mic. Hit us up there.
And shout out to Pub Sports for playing us every week.
Also get the Post Sports app so you can listen to us actually live if you're on the go, you don't have to, turn Facebook or anything. Get us live.
And shout out to all of our listeners. We really appreciate y'all. See y'all later.
I gave you the world, but you broke our connection. Ay. Need love and affection. We both been